Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm going to show you a few things organization-wise. While you wait, I highly recommend downloading Chrome as your browser if you don't already use it. For using, hopefully you'll join the breaks. We're going to use Gather, and that is, I think, an extremely useful tool. I set up a space. I ended up using a traditional lounge type room. I was tempted to use a sort of more poolside situation, but I didn't want to go too crazy the first time round. So it's a little bit traditional, but still nice. In fact, while we wait, let me show you the space, and hopefully it will show up here. Let me know if you can't see this. Hang on. So the space will look something like this. Well, it does look something like this. There you see I'm on my own there. Hopefully you'll join me. I'll give you the coordinates shortly. The way it works, which I think is quite impressive, is that we can fill this space with the 50 or so people that we might be today, but you don't have 50 people busily vying for your attention on screen. As you wander around the space, as you can see, there's my little avatar there, you will get close to groups of people. And as you get close to a group, then you can interact with them. Their cameras and your cameras will connect in the usual way. So it's really very nice. It gives you a more space awareness of where everyone is and things like that, and makes it a little bit more akin to wandering around a real lounge. I've put some pastries out and some coffee, and there's a fireplace and a piano, so we're going to be good. So I'll give you some details as to how to. I'll put into the chat screen in a moment the link and the password, which is 3D Gravity, and you can go and explore. But you do need to use Chrome, and on a desktop, it's quite terrible otherwise, quite buggy otherwise. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to let you know about. I'll say this again shortly when more people show up. But it'll be a really good way of us interacting and having conversations. I've also put some boards in there. You can actually write on the boards and so on and so forth and communicate. If you have a means of connecting a pen to your desktop, you'll be able to write quite fluently on the boards. Okay, fluidly on the boards. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Hiroshi.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for putting this together. It looks great.
You seem to be muted. Too. Or your microphone isn't connected.
Oh, really? Okay, so let's see what's going on.
Oh, no, it's fine. I think I heard you.
How about this?
Yes, it's great. It's great. Yeah. Hi. Oops. I'm going to give you.
No, I can. Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly now. I'm going to give you co-host permission so you can test your.
Sure. Hi, Nick.
Screen.
Hello, good to see you guys.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Nick.
Well, I see lots of friends. Michael, Simon. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are. Let me try this.
Yeah,
let's try for a glass of wine.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you might need it.
Okay. Yeah. So that's perfect. Great.
Does it look okay?
It looks good. I can see it. Okay. So we'll start in a few minutes, but for now, if you give me back the screen,
sure,
I'll do some organizational things.
Sure.
And but perfect. That's good that we tested that. So welcome everyone. More people are arriving, so I'll maybe repeat some of the organizational stuff from time to time, just so that everyone is aware of the details. So as I said, if you have a few minutes, we have a few minutes before Hiroshi begins. So I strongly recommend downloading Chrome as your browser for the break room that we'll be using. Nothing else will work. Believe me, I've tried. So I'm going to, into the chat, I'm going to put the link to the break room. And you can click on it once you've, but click on it and put it, or put it directly into Chrome. So break. So there you go. That's the link. And the password is 3D gravity. It'll take a few minutes to set up. You'll need to set up your avatar and stuff like that. And then it'll work really well. I'm quite impressed with it as a tool for interaction in this way. Okay, the other organizational thing, well, just you probably wouldn't have got here if you didn't, wouldn't have got here if you hadn't seen the page where the schedule is. Let me just quickly point to it, point at the schedule. So this will be the structure of events. In 5 minutes, Hiroshi will start. Then we'll have a break. And the idea is that we will have a generous amount of time for each speaking session. It'll be, the talks are scheduled to, the speakers know to prepare the usual length of talk, but we'll, if it's okay with them, entertain questions through the talk and of course at the end as well. So there's generous amount of time given for that. Then we will spill from here into the discussion, into the interaction break area where we can continue discussing and wandering around and catching up with each other. So that's the idea, and that's the structure throughout the event. So 45 minutes and then back to the talk at 11, 45 minutes, and then back to the talk at 1. So unfortunately, although I've put some virtual food into the break space, I am unable to supply you with real physical food and coffee. So I'm going to remind you to make sure to not sit here at your computer from 8:45 Pacific until 3 p.m. Make sure you get up and move around, have breaks, real breaks, and food and drink. So I just feel obliged to, it's easy, we all get carried away. I feel as organizer obliged to remind you to do that. It's very, very important. So I've put generous amounts of time so you can get up and wander around during the interactions and then actually come and join the interactions. But yes, do it physically as well as virtually. Okay, that's probably enough chatter from me. Are there any questions or any other things I should perhaps announce that someone might want to remind me in case I've forgotten anything? Well, let me say thanks everyone for coming, and thank you to the speakers for agreeing to speak. And overall, I should say thank you to everyone, especially my colleagues in the neighboring groups, UCLA, Caltech, UCSD, UCSB, for continuing to support the Southern California String Seminar by hosting it and attending it. And hopefully we'll continue to do that. It's a great way of maintaining community, welcoming new people into the area and things like that. So let's keep doing it, real or virtual. And thanks everyone for supporting it. So I Don't know when the next one's going to be or where, but feel free to at some point just send an email announcing that you want to be the next people, the next group who's going to host it. It's that simple. So anyway, that's all. So let's see, what time is it? Oh, we have, well, good Lord.
2 more minutes, I guess.
2 more minutes. Okay, I'll do some juggling. Okay, let me, for those who arrived late, let me repeat again. We will be doing our breaks in the, Gather, which many of you are probably not familiar with. Gather, I think, is an actually very useful tool. You're just going to show you what the screen looks like. You will need to download Chrome. Another browser will not work, and it needs to work on the desktop. Just takes a few minutes, and I found Chrome to be fairly harmless. I'll just show you briefly before Hiroshi starts what the space will look like once you get in there. In the chat, I've put the link and the password that you should go to once you're in Chrome. And the space will look like this. Oh, I see some people have already come in and are wandering around. Okay, 2 people. What you'll find is that as you get close to other people's avatars, which are named so you can see who's in there, you'll be able to interact. There are also boards you can use, and you can write on the boards, you can sit at the tables and things like that. I tried to make the piano playable, but it didn't work. We'll experiment.
The whiteboard will work. Whiteboard will work, right?
The whiteboards will work, yes. So I really recommend trying it out. It's a great way of interacting in a very noise-free way.
Who is going to be the bartender?
Ah, yes. Well, maybe we'll take turns. It'll just be pouring virtual coffee, as you can see. Okay, so I'll stop here. I'll repeat some of these instructions. I'll repeat these links. I'll keep putting the link in from time to time. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll see where I've put the links. I've just put breaks and the password. But feel free to keep. Oh, thank you, Michael. People are also repeating it. And but definitely remember, it has to be Chrome on the desktop, which is an easy download and install. Okay, I'm going to let Hiroshi do his talk now, and thanks everyone for listening.